Derek, one of the great matches I've seen down here in Wexford Park, but I know you'll be disappointed going home having lost the match. We're still in a Leinster final. How the hell do you summarise that blockbuster?
Yeah, I don't know. We had a good start, Nicky, but I think great start really, and we got a couple of goals, and unfortunately then we got a few knocks. I suppose picked up a few knocks, and it seemed to kind of disrupt the way we were playing at the time. But in saying that, we had plenty of the game was still left, and I thought we showed great heart in the second half. At times it looked like Wexford were going to pull away, and we got back and managed to get a few points ahead. But look, I'm disappointed overall. I just felt at times you could have been a little bit more composed, particularly with the wind, and the Wexford are they're very good at playing that extra player at the back. They worked the ball well, and look, and to be fair to Wexford, they were excellent today. They got some fantastic scores as well. So it's not just about ourselves, but we just have to kind of get our heads around it now and get ready for Leinster final.
Derek, I suppose one of the things you're going to be leaving Wexford disappointed, apart from the loss, is we picked up a number of injuries as well, and I know it's hard to diagnose what they are at the moment, but I'm seeing some wounded players going out there, and that's going to be a worry. You could have done it out, but it's inevitable with the crammed season.
It is inevitable, yeah, and 2 weeks just makes it really tight now, but look, I'm not sure of the significance of them all. They all had to go off, and they couldn't play on the rest of it, so obviously it's going to be tight.
Yeah, I thought maybe I can say this, you can't really. I thought there were some tight calls that possibly went to the Wexford lads today. We might have got one or two of them, could have made the difference. But as I said to Darry Egan, the fact that they had that little bit maybe to play for, the fact that the threat of Joe McDonagh, maybe that showed in the edge in their play today.
Yeah, maybe so. It was probably their best performance obviously this year. But look, in saying that, we wanted to perform. We came down, and it wasn't about we were just focusing on ourselves, and we wanted to go into a Leinster final on the back of a win again. So look, from our point of view, we're disappointed, but we still have a huge amount to play for, and we have to get our heads around that now and get everybody ready for 2 weeks' time.
And I suppose defensively, you're going to have to analyse how all those goals materialise, because anyway, we know conceding that amount of goals you're not going to win matches conceding that many goals.
No, and we were getting it right at our own end in terms of we were a threat. We looked like scoring goals, and even the right pass maybe in the first half once or twice we could have had another couple of goals. So from that point of view, that was a positive. But no, conceding on the other end, and just maybe once or twice maybe the run wasn't tracked. I need to look back on it, but that's disappointing. And
now it's Galway in 2 weeks' time, and they had a titanic battle with Dublin today. Look, I don't have to tell you about Galway. You know them as a player, as a manager. This is going to be a major game, and Kilkenny never go into Leinster finals without wanting to win them.
No, for sure. Look, no, it's a huge game, and it's our biggest game of the year now. That's the reality of it, and we're looking forward to it now. Are
you worried though that your squad is being stretched? At least we saw Mikey Carey back in the numbers today, and Richie Hogan back there again. It just shows you the value of a big squad, and we now know that it's not even 26 anymore.
No, we need everybody there, and look, Mikey is back, and he's really back a short time as well, and he has a huge amount done. So look, he's working his way back. Same with Richie, he's missed a good few weeks as well. So, but look, we have a panel. That's what it's there for, and full faith in them, and they have a huge amount of work done the last couple of months. And look, that's going to test us now. That's going to stretch us, and that's what the panel is for.
And finally, for me, Leinster Championship, I know we don't get the same maybe highlights as Munster, but we've seen 3 games have been played today, and all were cracking matches at the end. So I think this one down here, I'm just surprised it just didn't hit the television in somewhere or another today. It was always going to be a Kilkenny and Wexford, a fight to the death.
Yeah, it was a great match. I'd be probably I suppose we had to get the win. I'd be utilising a lot more about it, but look, we're on the other side of it, so it doesn't feel like a great game at the minute. But yeah, look, it was huge excitement, and obviously the one at Croke Park then was tight as well. So look, we'll see how the next few weeks now pan out.
Derek, just go back. You're 8 points up. Obviously, that's a disappointment not to be able to control the game from there, from your point of view, irrespective of what Wexford did. From your point of view, that's disappointing.
It is hugely disappointing. We're really in a strong position at that time, and we're moving really well. I thought, like I said, at that time we were creating more chances, and to be honest, really hard to get your head fully around it. Obviously, they were going to come with everything. They had the win in the first half, and they picked off a few scores. The penalty obviously brought them back into it. It gave them a bit of belief. We got in at half time after all the hurling, a point down, and again, I suppose 10-15 minutes into the second half, it looked like maybe we were out of the game, and we got back and managed to get ahead. So, look, I think in the first half, obviously the injuries didn't help. Unfortunately for the 3 lads, it's unusual for 3 to be gone within that short space of time. Disrupted the play a little bit, if you like, but still it's no excuse. Like we have a really strong panel, and we had enough time to sort that out. But disappointed, but we have to dust ourselves off and get ready for a huge game now in 2 weeks.
Wexford only had 1 wide. They scored 2-12 in the second half, 1 wide, and I think yourselves only had 2 wides in the second half. Under the pressure they were under, they got everything.
Yeah, no, they did. And look, full credit to them. They were the best performance for when it really mattered today. They're probably kicking themselves on the results in the last couple of weeks, but they were worth the win.
Emotion,
so.
probably.